Hey everyone, today we are going to Charleston. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Leisha, for those of you who don't know me yet. I'm so glad you're here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys all about how I planned my 30th birthday trip to Charleston and give you some of my favorite tips for planning trips along the way. I've planned some bigger group trips like this in the past that are all within driving distance of where I live, and I kind of have gotten that down to a routine, so to speak, just planning out these little road trips and things. So I want to take you guys through how I planned this trip specifically to Charleston, and I'm excited. I'm so excited about this trip. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. Please subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more content around traveling, adventure, and just overall how to enjoy your life. Okay, so first things first. Once you've decided where it is that you're going, then you can book your transportation. For me, because Charleston is within driving distance, I didn't have to worry about booking a flight or anything. I just have to plan out my day accordingly to accommodate the drive. Once you've got your transportation, now we can start looking at our accommodations. One of the things for this trip was that my birthday is around the holidays, and so my budget is usually pretty tight unless I have saved up throughout the year. I actually didn't plan this out years in advance like I have for my Jamaica trip or anything. This trip was kind of more of a I'll make it work if I can kind of thing. So to make it all work, I thought I will just go somewhere that is within driving distance. So one of the things that I wanted to look into though was a unique experience. We ended up finding on Airbnb a sailboat. I am very excited about what we have booked because it's totally different from anything I've ever done before, and I really wanted my 30th birthday to be spent doing something unique to just kind of mark the occasion, and I think this is going to be really cool. So you'll have to check out coming up my vlog of my actual birthday and the whole experience of staying on the sailboat because I've never actually done that before. I am willing when I plan these shorter trips to step outside of my usual comfort zone and try something a little bit different. If it doesn't work out, if I don't like it, I know that I can always switch. Like, I think that's one of the important things when you plan trips is to just be aware that having flexibility and practicing that letting go of controlling every single thing is a little bit less risky to do when you go on a shorter trip that's closer in proximity to where you live. So keeping that mindset that if something doesn't go quite to plan, you can quickly and easily change up your itinerary or your accommodation, and you know, that's okay. It's okay to have to be flexible on a shorter trip. It's not like I'm going to be across an ocean and I might be in a different country or something like that. So shorter trips are great for trying something new, like this unique Airbnb stay that we're going to be going on. Some of the other things that I will do when I plan out a trip, especially a shorter trip that is not a resort stay, it's not a planned out guided tour or anything like that, is I like to go in and do my own research and select things that I want to do. And my website of choice to do that with is TripAdvisor. I have planned, I think, 3 or 4 trips now using TripAdvisor, and a lot of people for some reason don't realize that it does exist, and I actually think that the way that TripAdvisor is formatted really gives you a good, realistic, and honest view of the attraction, restaurant, hotel accommodation that you are looking at and trying to plan out. And so I highly recommend going on there, and I'll show you, we'll jump onto my computer, I'll show you how I go about looking into different things that I might want to do in the city that I am visiting. The reason why I love using TripAdvisor is just that you can jump on, you can search a location, and you can go through all kinds of different things that you might want to do while you are visiting, and essentially just use the one website to plan out your whole entire trip. From there, like once I get a good idea of what I want to see and do, where I want to eat, I will then go in and I will take my phone and I will open up my notes and I will actually start writing out each day what my breakfast, lunch, dinner is, and I will go by just morning, noon, afternoon, night, and have my activities and restaurants planned out. Especially if you're planning something that's like a group event, you really do want to have a little bit of an itinerary, because you don't ever want to get stuck in a spot where you're asking everyone, well, where do you want to go eat? What do you want to go do? Unless you're super familiar with the place and you have your familiar spots that you always go back to when you visit the city or town, wherever it is that you are. So I'm gonna jump into my phone here and show you guys how I organize my itinerary for travel in my notes app on my iPhone. All right, so yeah, so first I will say, we'll say day one, and then I'll come in here and I'll do breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then I will say a tentative time, okay? Like when I travel, it's not necessarily set in stone what time I'm gonna be up and about and doing things, but like I said, if you're with a group, you may want to just set a tentative time that you're going to be leaving. So I'll put tentative times around there, especially if also you need to make reservations. You really do want to set some times for that. So yeah, so morning, I will say maybe like from 10 to 12:30, we're gonna go do some shopping on King Street or something like that for Charleston. And then in the afternoon, perhaps I want to go tour a local spot. So let's go say tour some historical locations. And then at my dinner time, I will put down reservations, and then I will say after dinner we are going to go, I don't know, we are going to go to a show or something like that. So that's just an example. This isn't exactly what I'm going to be doing in Charleston, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick example. Again, you'll get to see exactly how things end up going in Charleston in my next video. And also, I like to go in, if there are reservations that I've made for dinner, I will also include the phone number for the restaurant, so that if I need to give them a call and let them know that I'm gonna be late or something, I already have that in my phone. I don't need to go and look it up or anything. Don't forget to put the locations for your dinners and your lunches and wherever you're eating. Don't forget to put your locations in here and just any contact information that you might need. Especially if you are the sole one planning the trip. That way, when someone asks you, hey, like what time are we going to do this, what time are we going to do that, like you can quickly check your phone and tell them, and put their nerves at ease. So I really find that doing this on my notes app, it makes the trip more enjoyable, because I have everything in here sort of like tentatively planned out. But again, like when you're traveling, especially when you're in closer proximity to where you live, you might just want to take a little bit more of a risk and plan some different things that you wouldn't normally do, and be kind of flexible with your schedule. So sometimes I've gone on these quick little weekend trips and I've gotten to the place and wanted to stay a little bit longer because the atmosphere was good, the food was good, and the group I was with was having a really good time just enjoying each other's company. Or there have been things that I've gone to explore and ended up wanting to just stay there and explore a little bit longer. So as long as you have some things on your itinerary that are not set in stone, I think that is a much more enjoyable way to go about a trip, so that you're not like stressed out if some people want to stay, some people are just like ready to go. You can kind of have a little bit of time to play with, I guess is what I'm trying to say. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps out my channel. I hope to connect with more of you here on Livin' La Vida Leisha. I will see you in the next video. Bye.